Hey guys and girls, this is Ali. I am back with another video. This is day 3 of the Funded Trader Challenge. Today is February the 2nd, 2023. And I didn't record a video yesterday due to the market was, first of all, it was going crazy because it was FOMC announcement on Wednesday. And I really don't like to trade that because it's really more gambling than trading almost in a way. I took one little trade before the market started, which was like 20 something bucks or something like that. I can't remember. Nothing major. Got out the trade. But today, Thursday, I was able to trade a little bit more due to the fact that I was still working and wasn't able to take advantage of every trade, but it was still a good day. Ended up making a profit of about $1,453. So therefore it wasn't too bad at all. If you take a look here, let me take a look at my history. And we got, as you can see here, oh, that's the full history. Okay, so looking at, like I said, total 1453 on that. This was the one trade here from yesterday, February 1st. It was only 25 bucks. But as you can see, the next day here on Thursday, we were able to take advantage of a lot of different opportunities here in the market and was able to go ahead and make a profit. I wasn't able to record any live videos. Like I said, I worked during the day on that, unfortunately. But as soon as I can, if I'm able to, I'll definitely try to record live for you all. But still, very good day. We were able to make over 1% profit for the day on the account, which is good. So starting to get a little bit feel for 8 caps volume, okay, when it comes to your certain lot size. So starting to figure that out a little bit more, and really just kind of like go into just a few of the trades for any individual who didn't get was not able to watch the first video. My system is pretty simple. What I do, the lines that you the zones that you see, the gold and blue zones you see here on the screen, what that is support and resistance, and I simply trade off of bounces on support and resistance. So these lines, zones do disappear once the zone is broken, so it's kind of hard for me to go back and show where I took trades, etc. But to give you an example, here, this was a bounce off of resistance. Price came into resistance, bounced off of it, and it wants. And then the second step is it needs to break a trend. So the trend was here. Okay, as we can see here, this is our trend line. It bounced off of resistance. I entered the trade as soon as I show a close Renko bar below my trend line. Okay, so that gives me a point to enter the trade, and then I exit the trade if pretty much where my stop loss is going to be. If price closes above the trend line, then I exit the trade, because to me that means the setup is no longer validated at that point. So as you can see, I took quite a few trades listed here. First trade of the day, let's see, what was that, around 1632. So let me take a look at that. So we go 1632, and also I trade every day at 8:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 8:30 a.m. The start of the market. So this was our first trade set up here. As you can see, price broke the trend line. Price broke the trend line and then engaged us into, make it a little bit bigger here. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, price bounces off the zone here. This one really didn't touch it automatically, but I went ahead and took advantage of that trade anyway. Was able to make a profit, and you can see that trade ran from earlier. I mean, big time on that. Let me see, was that the one I took? I just want to make sure, because that looked like it ran a little bit too far from earlier. Oh yeah, okay, gold. Okay, yeah, we took that around 1632 on this trade here. So yeah, that was within that. Yep. So as you can see, price ran pretty far on that trade. And then the next setup was 1632. Okay, 1655. All right, so let's see, 1655. Let's see, was that on? Oh, okay, that was on the US 30. So US 30. $16.55. Okay, around this area right here, which is a very short scalp for me. This right here was a zone. This right here was a zone, resistance zone. You can't see it now because the price has already penetrated it. But as you can see here, this trade I wasn't feeling that great on, because price had already ran down pretty far. Okay, and then this was to be like more of a continuation. So this is a really short scalp, which I only end up making $172. So was able to pull the trigger a little quickly on that one, because I didn't really like the setup because how far it ran down already. And then of course our next setup was at around 1715 on gold. And the only two I trade is gold and US 30. So 17, I think that was 55, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, no, 1715. So this trade right in here. Okay, so this was a setup here. Price, it came down. This was a zone that set up, and then it broke our trend right here, and then I wrote that profit right there for $694 win. All right, so kind of get the gist of the system. Pretty much I use Renko bars. As you can see here, these red and blue bars are Renkos. I don't personally like candlesticks. To me, this takes a lot of the noise out of the market for me, makes it a little bit easier. And then these black dots that you see are just simply swing highs and swing lows. Okay, so those are all those are. But other than that, the strategy is pretty simple. As you can see, this was a trade set up here. Price bounced off of the resistance zone. Then we got a trend line setting up, broke the trend, we take that trade down. And if price comes back up, and so this right here, this trade, let's see, what was this at? 1850. I think I took this trade, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 1815. No, hold on, let me see. Gold, I was looking for a buy. Oh, this was around 1857. I'm sorry. Let's see, 18. So I did not take that trade. But you can see how easy it is. Like I said, to me, the easier the system, the easier that you can explain your system to somebody, the less complicated it'll be. I don't use a lot of indicators here. Just the only really one I use is just my supply and demand zones, which just really helped me plan those out. I can really do it without it if I wanted to, but this really helps to have it. And I do have a trend line indicator that I developed. As you can see here, this blue line, this helps me determine trade setups. So as soon as it touches this line, you'll see a noise will pop off in the background letting me know. Now, of course, I don't take every single one. It has to be according to my setup in order for me to take it. Okay, period. And I only trade between 8:30 and usually about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's when the most volume is in the market. So if you look at this trade right here, okay, this technically would have been a setup. So if we're looking at price is breaking the zone, all right, so the one thing I look for is this. You can see price broke this zone. Let me make it a little larger. Price broke this zone and I'm looking for a buy, but I want to see a Renko bar close above this line. You can see it almost closed. We had a wick, okay, but it didn't close above it. If it would have closed above it, I would have took this trade as a buy, and if it would have closed down like it did here, I would have exited the trade for a loss. Okay, but since the Renko didn't close above this bar, it just simply touched it and wicked, we avoided getting into this trade, which would have been a loss in the first place. Real quick, let's take a quick look at the funded trader stats. All right, so we got the funded trader stats up here. As you can see, equity is at 101,521, so we're up $1,500 on the account. Our goal is 8,000. Okay, so we're on track. Haven't breached any of the daily losses or maximum losses yet. We're on the third trading day so far, and as you can see, look at our equity curve. Looks pretty good so far, so that's not bad. 1.52%, and our goal is 8%, and our win rate is 66%. So that's not bad. This here doesn't really, I really don't go by this win rate, because I like to do 2 trades at once. One trade I'm automatically gonna go, and as you can see here, if I'm looking at a trade setup, let's say right here, the first trade is going to be what I'm risking, okay, which is my stop loss. So it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And the second trade I set up is a runner. So I just simply hold that trade. As soon as the first trade has been hit, I bring my runner to break even, because I don't believe in being in profit and then losing money on a trade. All right, that's just me. I don't believe in that. If I was up in money, if I'm up on the trade, there's no reason that I should be losing if I lose money on this trade. What I mean is not just being up a couple of bucks when you first enter the trade, but if you're up a significant dollar amount, then there's no way you should be losing money on a trade. So I bring it to break even and I just simply trail it. Okay, so that's what I was saying with the with their win rate ratio. It counts though, so like if you win one or break even on the other, or whichever it may be, or if you open 2 trades and you lose, which is just one setup because you didn't get a chance to have a runner or even hit your first take profit, then of course those 2 trades count as losses. But anyway, that's fine. So we still got 31 days left, but I just want to give a short little recap of the action. This video has already went way too long, but hopefully that makes sense to you, and you can get a chance to see kind of where I'm at this point. All right, guys, girls, till next time. Peace.